Hello everyone and welcome to Shelf Space. I'm your host Ross13 and today we are finally looking at the RG Wing Zero EW Pearl Gloss version. Y'all might remember I unboxed this one a while ago and had gotten it even later than that. This was originally a anniversary present from my wife. And I had gotten around to building it, I think just before my hiatus. And I've just been trying to work through my backlog of review stuff, and we are finally here to take a look at it. But before we look at the actual figure, as always, let's take a quick look at the box. We got this cool sort of P-Bandai style box where most of it is all in kind of one color. We do have a full color version of the kit here, CGI illustration, of course. Got the name of it and everything. Big Wing Zero head, RG, red Bandai logo. And then on the side, same illustration, same text. You can read all that if you want. And over here, we have lots of text and stuff and the RG logo, and everything's tilted ever so slightly. Because they're RG and they like to do that. I don't know, I don't care for it that much, but whatevs. Then, this one, same as the other, but we have all this info and an offset UPC barcode thing, and it bugs the snot out of me that they're still doing that. Same as the other on this side that we got Gundam info, and it should be noted that the inside box is all black. There is no additional pictures or anything like that, like what we saw on the Talgies, and I think the Gold Frame and Matsumina. Alright, enough of this. Let's take a look at the actual figure. And here it is on my fancy new turntable, and ooh, with the light shining off of like this looks very cool. I, spoiler alert for my final thoughts, really dig this kit. In addition to the fact that it has a lot of meaning because my wife picked it out because it was the Pearl anniversary and stuff like that. The finish on this is just amazing. Because of the way they make RGs, nub marks on it are minimal to non-existent. There's only a few, like maybe on the feet, that are even remotely noticeable. And even then, they're on the feet. You kind of have to get down and look at them to really see them. But just everything about this looks really cool. And the overall build process was actually very enjoyable. I found myself just having a blast building this thing, and it went together pretty quickly. I think I put it together in a matter of a couple of nights, working a few hours at a time. I can't sing the praises of this kit enough. I really enjoyed it, and I feel a little silly not wanting to go after this kit before in like its normal forms. So I'm super glad that I have this one, and just an extra special thank you shout out to my wife who picked it out for me and sent it to me for anniversary. So yay for that. So articulation on this is actually pretty good. With it being an RG, you would expect that. I'm not going to really manhandle it on screen though, because I still worry a little bit about the inner frames being delicate on this. And also this plastic, while not translucent, I still worry about it maybe being a little bit more fragile than normal plastic. So just bear with me on that. So if we can start off with the big obvious things, we got wings that can move around at several different points, even these back ones. And you can also see we got the beam saber storage in the back. Shoulder joints are pretty good, though you will get a little bit of restriction based off of the wings here. Though you can overcome that, you just gotta maneuver things. Nice double jointed elbow. I think I can get a little bit more of a bend out of that, but again, I'm being cautious with it. Ball socket wrist. Usual articulation at the head, and let's get a close-up look at that. One thing I don't like about this is that since they use the red plastic for the chin, and this pearl plastic is somewhat translucent. You can kind of see it underneath there, so it gives a weird look. Obviously, I also didn't panel line this because I felt with it being a pearl metallic finish stuff that was not only unnecessary, but would be a detriment to the finish. So, yeah. You also notice that I only used these two stickers here because I was curious what they looked like. I thought they looked okay, but the other ones, I wasn't too sure about. These ones, to be honest, I'm not even sure if I'm going to be keeping on there. You got waist articulation with a little bit of crunching going on. You got skirts that can move out of the way when you're showing off leg articulation. So up, get some nice armor reveal, and then this part slides forward. Looks super cool. Was really fun to actually put together and see how that all went. Got ankle articulation and pointing feet. You can even articulate the toe, and that is always something that kind of amazes me a little bit. Let's see, and yep, even the back skirt can articulate, so you can kick back a little bit if you so want. So yeah, as expected, like I said, it's an RG kit, so articulation is kind of the name of the game. Though getting him to stand up with this heavy backpack, that is a bit of a dilemma. As you can see, he tends to fall back a little bit, and I think they deliberately made these long enough that you can basically use them as a tripod or a quad pod, depending on how they go. But it still holds its poses pretty decently. Everything feels very stiff to the point where I'm worried I'm going to break something. I don't know what kind of pose I'm doing here, but I've just done it. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to accessories. So I mentioned before he's got beam sabers back here, and you actually do have two beam saber blades that were part of the A runner. So you have those. I'm not necessarily going to worry about them because the big one is the gun. You do actually get a twin buster rifle. You can separate this if you want to. I'm not going to stress about it myself. And he has a dedicated trigger hand. Come on. Focus so that the people can see. There we go. Focus so that people can see. There we go. They even give you a cover to put on the hand for that. Wow. It just wants to keep looking at this thing. I mean, I can't blame it. It's cool looking, but come on. And then we have several hands. So we have another trigger hand, articulated fingers with a trigger finger, and a fist. I want to say we have another fist, but I'm not seeing it right now. And another sort of articulated hand. You also get a stand adapter. I believe this just slides on over here. And then you can connect it to action base of your choice. So here's, what is this, the 5 or something like that? It's one of the newer ones. And you can get it into some flight poses. I need to step up my posing game. So we'll just take off that hand and pop on this one. Oh, I kind of pulled the armor a little bit. There we go. Ooh, the weight of that is really tugging on them. And they did make sure that you can kind of get his arms together. If I remember correctly, I'm having a little bit of trouble with it, but you can get him to hold it, and it's not looking too horrible. Here, I'll just have him single-handing it. Now it looks like he's doing some sort of strafing maneuver. That's actually pretty cool. I am digging that a lot. He does come with a big old sticker sheet, and I used some of the camera stickers and eye stickers and stuff like that, but I didn't really feel like using the other ones. And these are just regular stickers, so while they're clear, they probably would have looked a little awkward on the dark blue plastic. I thought about using some of these red ones on the wings. I just did not feel like it, and I like the clean look in this case. Like I said, the ones that I have on his skirt armor, I'm not even sure if I'm going to keep those or not. So overall, I absolutely love this kit. The pearlescent finish on it is amazing, and the build is just an actual joy. I was really dreading that this was going to be a difficult build, that things were going to be finicky, that it was going to fall apart, or just not be good. And I am pleased to say that is the complete opposite. So I can give this a very good recommendation. And by extension, the regular release of this, I think I can give a recommendation. I think the only thing I would really like is if maybe it included the shield and the ability to transform into the Neo Bird mode. But that's something that really didn't come about, at least widely, until after this kit was made with the, I think it was the high-res model did that, and then the recently released Master Grade Verka. So, yeah. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun YouTube stuff. Check the description below for links to my storefront where you can get official shelf space, t-shirts, and more. And yeah, thank you again, and I'll see you next time you invade my shelf space.